The author of my book was Ernest J. Gaines, and he was born in Oscar, Louisiana on a plantation, and he was taught in a small school on that plantation. He was raised by his aunt, who was crippled, and he attended school 5 to 5.5 months out of the year, and the rest of the time he worked in the fields. He left Louisiana in 1948 to go to California with his family, and he also did that so he could get a better education. He graduated from San Francisco State College in 1957, and he attended graduate school at Stanford. California was the first time he ever walked into a library, and he started to read books about the South or any area where people worked in the fields. He related to some of the books he read, but there were things missing in them, like they were not talking about his people. Some of the books he read included like things about military and just men in the South and black people, a lot black African Americans. He just enjoyed reading about them because they reminded him of his home. And that's when he thought he would like to be a writer. He felt that some of the things in the books that he was reading were missing things, and they weren't talking enough about his people. So he published his first short story in 1956, and he also realized that being a writer wasn't just, I can just be a writer. No, it took a lot of work, and it was much harder than he thought. After he published his first short story, he wanted to write a bigger book, and he realized that he was horrified of executions, and he was right next to San Quentin, and that's what drove him to write A Lesson Before Dying. He thought about the factors of what does a person go through the night before they're going to die, like if they're on death row. And he also wanted to show the growth of two people, and he wanted to tie a student and a teacher into it. He became an African American writer whose fiction reflected the African American experience and the oral tradition of his rural Louisiana childhood. And basically, he just wanted to write books about Louisiana and the South and to incorporate things that other writers didn't fully incorporate into their books.